Yes. Okay, so let's watch another video, another quick video. And by the way, I recommend you to watch BBC London. It's very amazing.
Rich.
Yeah,
Yes.
and very rich in different materials, especially with Tim from BBC London. And here are some examples of stress in long words.
Very little time in which to do it.
I love this man, by the way. He's amazing.
Actually, I'm fine. It's not me that's stressed. It's, my friend here. Syllable number 2. Yeah, sorry. Let's take a look. The word advertisement has 4 syllables, and we place the stress on syllable number 2, advertisement, not on syllable number 1, advertisement, or syllable number 3, advertisement. Ooh, no, 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 no. That would just sound weird. So, I hear you ask, how do we know where to place the stress in a word? Is there a magic rule? Well, sorry to say, there isn't one. You really do just have to learn it. But don't worry, let me share with you one of Tim's top tips. Whenever you learn a new word, try to learn its stress pattern too. Now, in the dictionary, there's usually this symbol before the stressed syllable. But what if you don't carry a dictionary with you at all times? And who does, right? Well, then look out for these suffixes or endings which you generally stress. E, employee, payee, ese, ease.
Okay, can you give other examples of double E as a stressed syllable?
T.
Yes, minty,
Trini.
trini, yeah, yeah.
Accuracy.
Observe, yeah, observee. So this is a rule with the suffix double E at the end of a word. It is stressed, okay? So you can write down some stress rules to guide you when you are teaching your learners, either if they are lower levels, young learners, or adults or higher level, okay? And this is another example. The syllable is, okay?
Burmese, Vietnamese,
Yeah.
E,
Yeah, and give other example of is.
Chinese.
Yeah, Chinese, Japanese. Yeah, Portuguese. What else? Try to think of other examples.
Cheese.
Yeah, yes. So you can think of a lot of words and encourage your learners to think of as much words as they can to practice the rule with you. And you can also encourage them or ask them to have some part of their notebook at the end of their notebook to make it as a dictionary to know how to pronounce some words and give a lot of models. You can also ask them to make a class magazine, for example, for pronunciation or phonetics, to give a lot of rules or to write down a lot of words with the same rule each time. So each time you can add up to their information and to their knowledge about the different stress rules or phonetic rules, okay? Here is another syllable, which is ear, okay? Like, let's see together.
Ear, volunteer, engineer. And look for these.
Okay, can you give other examples?
Dear.
Yeah, what else? But more than one syllable, my dear friends. My dear Amani, okay? Engineer, volunteer, what else? Can you think of other words?
Musketeer.
Yeah, great. What else?
Career.
Yeah, career, excellent, and so on. So each time, try to encourage them to thinking all the time, brainstorm their ideas, think of other words, and so on. And by the way, they will have fun. They will feel funny to think about words and to correct themselves and give feedback about them. Let's see.
Where we generally stress the syllable before the ending or suffix. IVE, IV, decisive, exclusive, ITY, itty.
Give more examples of IVE. The
Competitive.
syllable before, yes, the syllable before IVE is stressed. Decisive, creative, what else?
Competitive.
Yeah,
Activities.
yeah, activities, massive, productive, yes, and so on. Yeah, and the syllable before ITY is also stressed. Let's see together.
Disability, quality, GRA.
Give other examples of ITY, like what?
Quantity.
Quantity, yes. What else?
Opportunity.
Opportunity, excellent. What else?
Ability.
Yeah,
Community.
excellent. Clarity, excellent.
Community.
Community, amazing. Society, what else? You're amazing. Yes, go on, go ahead. Come on, my dear friends. Yeah, what else? Productivity. Yes, responsibility. Try to think.
Curiosity.
Yeah, curiosity. What else?
Anxiety.
Disability. And anxiety. Yeah, excellent. And so on. So have you noticed how much words have we thought now, right now? We have thought about a lot of words, and by encouraging our learners, we'll be surprised that they have more and more examples, maybe more than us, because they are not saying all the time, they are using the internet, and they are trying to use some words with their friends and so on. So this is very important, and I think it's an easy way to encourage them to think of words. Let's see together. And also the syllable before graphy. Okay.
PHY, graphy, photography, geography.
What else?
Philosophy.
Philosophy. Yeah. But yeah. What else?
Technology.
Technology. Yes. This is
Biography.
biography. Yeah. Biography. Okay. Let's move to psychology. So this is also the syllable before LOGY. Before logy is also stressed. Let's see together.
LOGY, geology, technology, IOUS or EOUS, us or eus, precious, simultaneous.
Give examples.
Anxious.
Anxious. Yeah. Curious. What else? Delicious.
Delicious.
Yeah, what else?
Anxious.
Anxious. What else? Great. Yes, try to think.
Dangerous.
Excellent. Yeah, yes. And so
Enormous.
enormous. Excellent. What else?
Miscellaneous.
Miscellaneous. Excellent. Amani. So this is how we can manage our lessons and encourage our learners to think of more words and give more examples each time.
Oof. Got all of that? Now, these are just some general tips. Your best bet, though, is always to check the dictionary. Now, here's a challenge for you, Paulina.
Let's say practice. Okay, let's say practice. What is the first word? Journalist. Yeah, journalist. Okay.
Journalist.
The second one. And pay attention to the stress syllable, okay? The first one is like Chinese before is, okay? So journalist, okay? The second one?
Biography.
Biography.
Yeah, biography. Excellent. The third one, yeah.
Climatology.
Yeah, okay. The last one.
Addressing.
Okay, let's check if we're right or wrong, and sure you're right.
Using a dictionary if you need to, how do you pronounce these words?
Thanks, Tim. Let me try to pronounce these words. Journalist, biography, climatology, addressing.
Great job.
How did I do?
That's great. Perfect. Well done.
Thanks, team.
You're very welcome, Paulina. Now, even if you get the stresses wrong, people will still understand you, but do try to listen carefully and learn the correct stresses. You'll sound much more natural, like me.
So, the more you pronounce well, of course, the more you look natural and the people will understand you, of course, okay? So we're coming to the end of our session, inshallah, to the different strategies to teach phonics to young learners. And after that, we'll have Allah. And this part is the part which I love most, which is your participation and talking about a topic you like and giving reflection and feedback to our friends, okay? So let's move to the end. And your participation, inshallah. So do you like the session till now?
Yes, it's amazing.
Okay, thank you.
Yes.
So here are some strategies to practice with young learners, especially when we teach them phonics, okay? The first one is start with anchor charts. As you have, you look here, you can find a chart with some sounds. And you can ask even, and I think most of us are familiar with the charts like this, but instead of just only drawing or sticking pictures or drawing some pictures about the words of different sounds like bat, cat, dad with different sounds, here we focus on only maybe vowel first, maybe consonants, maybe CVC and so on, and ask our learners to write some examples and draw some pictures. So here, this is a start angle charts, vowel pairs here. We have IE, we have UE, we have OE as you have noticed, we have double E, we have EA. And if you can look carefully, you can find a Y and so on. So here, vowel pairs, not only one vowel, but words with more than a vowel. So when two vowels go walking and you can help them write the rule. The first one does the talking. This is a rule. And do you remember the previous song? When we say, I do the job and I stay calm, oop. Yeah. So here we have jeep, sheep, dream, each, bee, teeth, feet, and so on. So we can encourage our learners each time we give them a sound to have a word chart and give or write some examples with this sound and draw some pictures about it, okay? This is one activity or one strategy of teaching phonics to young learners and encouraging them to read. The second one is color in the beginning sounds. And I think this is very familiar, especially in KG. They give them the letter and ask them to color, for example, letter A, either capital or small. So most kids start learning phonics by mastering the beginning sounds of words. Maybe we write capital A, the start of the word the apple, and we ask them only to draw the first letter or the first sound they hear. Have kids color in the words that start with the matching sound on these cute free worksheets, of course, and we have some printed worksheets for them. 3, build words with a chart of beginning sounds. And this is very famous, especially when you go to the bookshops, you can find a lot of word charts with this. But here, this is different from the one we're talking about. Beginning sounds chart. Here, this chart starts with different sounds, either, but here they are consonant clusters or consonant blends, like B, BL, BR, C, and so on. So here, consonant clusters or blends, not only one sound, but two sounds coming together. And the children stick some pictures next to each cluster or each beginning sound of the chart. Got it, my dear friends? So how many strategies or activities till now? The first activity, yeah, the first activity was the anchor.
Start with anchor chart.
Yeah, anchor chart. The second one was
color the beginning sound.
Yes, coloring the start or the beginning sound. Number 3,
build words with a chart of beginning sound.
Yeah, sure. And here, learn digraphs with clip wheels. And this is very funny when you use it with your learners. You choose a sound and you ask them to draw a wheel at home and stick different pictures starting with the sound. For example, sh. For example, if you look here, they can use this, okay, the pig, to put different words. For example, this word, it's a fierce animal which lives in the sea. It's a shark, and this is above the chart is cherry, and so on. So yeah, so this is another example of encouraging the learners to think of different words as much as they can in a different way by using digraphs with clip wheels. Okay, so this is number 4. Number 5, slap the letter sounds. Do you know the game Swat It? Do you know it? Swat It? We have talked more and more about it. Yes, here they slap the sound they hear. For example, if we are taking the sound of B and K, for example, when they hear, we ask them to swat the sound they hear. We write on the board, for example, bag, banana, bus, and cat. So when we say K, they will slap. Which word will they slap? Which word? Cat. Yes, exactly. So they slap the letter sound. This is another game or another activity. Number 6, walk the word. This one is similar to Mike's house activity or game, but here they walk the word. Not only they don't walk to the sound, but they walk the word itself, and we can make it a memory game. For example, here is split. When we say walk over the sound of S, they will walk on S. When we say P, they will walk in P, and so on till the rest of the word. Okay. So how many activities
6
till now? How many activities? Yes.
6.
Number 1 was number one. Yes.
Start with anchor
The
chart.
anchor chart. The second one, great. The second
Color the
one,
beginning sound.
color the beginning sound. The third one, yes, the third one.
Build words of beginning sound.
Excellent. Number 4.
Learning
Excellent. Number 5.
Slap the letter sound.
Slap the word. Number 6. Walk the word. Excellent. Here play just the swap 1, but here we change the sounds. Okay. Swap 1, we mean we put different words of words like CA. We put N, T, P, and so on. We ask them to put N, say, so the word will be can. Swap N with T, like the game I played with you, but with the starting letters. Do you remember? When we say ache, we put L, it will be lake. We put B, it will be big, and so on. But here, it is played in a different way by changing or swapping the last letter. Like here, CA, if we add N, it will be can. If we swap the N with T, it will be cat. If we swap it with P, it will be cap, and so on. So this is another way of playing or practicing phonics with young learners. Number 8, toss and blend with plastic cups. And of course, we have a lot of plastic cups at home, which we can recycle. We can use them in playing a game with learners. We can bring these cups into the classroom, and we write different sounds on them. Okay. To grab a stack of plastic cups and some ping pong balls for this fun phonics game. Do you know the ping pong balls? The small balls of ping pong. And we ask our learners to throw the ping pong ball to the suitable sound. For example, if they hear the sound of sh, they will throw the ball into the cup. If they throw it, it comes inside the cup, of course, they win. If not, they lose, and we choose another one, and so on, to have a funny and enjoyable atmosphere. So again, what is the first word? Quickly, the first game or activity was?
Start with anchor chart.
Anchor, yeah. Excellent, anchor chart. The second one?
Coloring the beginning sound.
Coloring the first sound. Yes, or the beginning sound. The third one? Quickly.
Build words.
Build words. The fourth one? Yes.
Clip the wheels.
Yeah. Number 4. Excellent. Wonderful.
Slap the letter sound.
Yeah, slap the letter, the sound. Okay. Number 6 was?
Walk the word.
Walk the word. Excellent. Number 7?
Just swap one.
Swap one or swap it. And instead of swap it, swap it. Swap it to replace the sound, the last sound with another, or the initial sound with another. And number 8, toss and blend
with plastic
cups. Yeah. Okay, so number 9, mix and match cups to make words. And
Excuse
this is
me,
another. Yes, yes,
again,
Mr.
again,
Ahmed.
number 5 and number 6, I didn't get the idea of the slapping the
Okay,
little
number
sound.
5. Okay. Number 5 is easy, Mr. Ahmed. Here we have a lot of words. We ask the students or the learners to slap the first, the sound they hear. For example, if you are writing on the board had, cap, mat, fat, and so on. When you say, which letter will they slap? Which sound? We write a lot of words on the board and say and ask our learners. When they hear the first sound, they slap it. For example,
Yes.
we write on the board cat, mat, hat, bat, fat, and so on.
Yes.
So when I say a sound, they, of course, we write in a big handwriting, especially for young learners. When they hear the first sound, and be careful to give instructions, either is it the first sound or the last sound, because it's important with young learners to listen to clear, very clear instructions. So when we say, for example, which word will they slap? Which word or which sound? We have cat, hat, fat, mat, and so on.
Yes,
which word?
M.
Yeah, the word which starts with the letter M. And
Yes,
after slapping the word, we can ask them to read the word, because we have mentioned that phonics is very important to teach them how to read easily and correctly, of course.
Yes, yes,
This,
thank you.
and this one, or which one, Mr.
Yes.
Ahmed?
The word, yes.
Yes, walk the word. You ask them only to jump from a sound to another, just to be familiar with the word, or to have some fun also, and not to feel bored when they practice, the sounds.
Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot.
You're always welcome, my dear friends. So here is toss and blend with plastic cups. They bring a ping pong ball and they throw it in the correct sound. And here is another game with also the plastic cups, to put different sounds on the cups and ask them to mix and match the cups to make words. It's like the word formation. For example, you write A, B, C, D, you write A, T, and you ask them to, for example, to form some words. They can form an, at, mat, hat, cap, and so on. To form, you have a lot of plastic cups, and you give them the cups with different sounds or different letters written on them, and you ask them, try to form some words with these cups. You can divide your class into 2 groups or more as you like, or you can ask them, or you can choose only a group of 5 children to come out to the front of the classroom and ask them to form some words, only each one of them to form a word from these cups, to be sure that they can make or form words using the different sounds. Got it, Mr. Ahmed?
Yes, thanks. Yes, thanks.
Okay, you're welcome. Here, hack pool noodles into phonics tools. This is another game. You can play it with, do you know the sponge of the different materials or the devices we buy? You can find things like this. So you can, divide them or into circles and put them over a stick or a plastic stick or a wooden stick as you like, and you write different sounds on only one circle, and you can ask the learners to choose or to form words with these from these ones. It's like the wheel, but in a different way. Got the idea?
Yes.
Okay. So cut a pool noodle into pieces and label it with letters, not only one letter, with different letters. Then stack and spin for learning fun. The children spin the circles, the pool noodle, and they try to find different words or to form different words. Number 11, make some phonics cubes. This is an easy and simple way. You put a picture of a word on each side, and you can take out the first letter and ask the children with another cube to match it to the word. For example, if you look here, you can find sun, butterfly, and maybe apple, maybe cat on the other sides of the cube.
Very nice, this activity.
Yeah, and yes, and the different, only the other cubes will be with different sounds. Different sounds starting with the same words on the other cube.
Yeah.
They try to match the letter with the second cube to the words on the other cube. It will be fun if you use the old cartoons to play with your learners, and they can bring it from home, either the cartoons of anything of maybe the juice,
candy,
juice, milk, candy, whatever. You can adapt it to any kind of way and play with your learners. I play it with a ball, by the way. You can use the different parts of a balloon or a ball, write some words and ask them to match the letters to the words on the balloon or on the ball or on the books or whatever you like. So how many games till now, or how many activities?
11.
11, great. Number 12, use paint stirrers to make word pull outs. Here we can use the sticks and we stick different sounds on this stick to form words like this. We write act on a piece of paper. We write ache, we write eight, we write eat, we write a like day, hey, may. In a stick like this, we may put the letters of B, of M, of S, and so on. And we ask them, for example, if the first strip of paper or stir is AY, when we pull M, it will be M. With AY, it will be
May.
May. If we pull R, it will be
Ray.
Ray, and so on. So the stick, we have different consonant sounds on the stick, and the other one will have a vowel sound, and we try to take it out to form different words as much as we can. And here, if you look at
this activity.
Yes.
I use this activity a different way.
Yes,
on the
yes.
board.
On the
Yes,
board, on the wall chart,
yes.
on the flip book. Do you remember the flip book? The book we tie together, we tie, or we put different letters under each other's, like a notebook, and when we open with a different letter, it will be another word, like bat, cat, hat, mat, fat, and so on, like also up, hop, top, mop, and so on. So you can play it in any kind of game as you like. Here, play a flip-top phonics game. It's also the same like a book or like a magazine. You can write different sounds and different letters, and above them you can write different words. For example, some words starting with R, you will find here rat, you'll find rabbit, you'll find another different words starting with R and starting with G, and so on. And it's like يا جماعة عارفين اللي هو the scrapbook. You choose a letter or a sound, and you can find or stick as different words as you can, starting with the same sound or letter. Okay? Flip-top phonics game. Here, use a pocket chart, and I think you are familiar with this chart, pocket chart. Do you know it? You have a chart with some pockets: act, am, ag, ap, an, add, and so on. A, ay, maybe AI, maybe double E, maybe double O, maybe UE, and so on. You can put different pockets. Inside each pocket, a lot of words with the same syllable of at, of am, and so on. You can play the game in any as you like. Again, you can ask them to get out and choose a word and say the word out loud, or read the word, or try to think to write different words and put it in the correct pocket, and so on. So again, each time we assure that you can adapt the game according to your class and the way you'll see it will be suitable for them. Here, compete, add, blends, and digraphs bingo. Here, you can ask them to look at the عارفين السيجا?
Yes.
Yes. They can, yes, even horizontally or vertically, to choose a group of words starting with the same sound. This is the idea of this play, like jigsaw play. I think jigsaw. They try to choose different words starting with the same sound, and the first group which finishes first will say bingo and say the words. So I think it will be amazing, inshallah. Here, number 16, toss some phonics water balloons. Here also you can stick some sounds at sounds on a table, on the board, on the ground, on the floor, wherever you like. And you ask the children to choose a balloon full of water to have some fun, and toss it to a sound or a letter to form a word. If you look here, you'll find this word, will be bugged. If we put H instead of B, it will be hug, and so on. So this is another way of teaching phonics, to play some activities or some games. Here is takeaway reflection. If you were to go back to your school after today's session, what's one thing you learned today and that you are eager to apply in your teaching context right away, and why?
The activities of sounds.
Of teaching.
Right. Yes, which activity do you like? So I want every one of you to tell me one activity he likes and wants to apply in his classroom when he goes back, inshallah.
Walk the word.
Again?
Walk the word.
Walk the word. Great. What about you?
Mix and match cups.
Clap
Yes.
the sound.
Matching cups. Yeah, okay. What else?
I like
Pocket
field words.
charts or the phonics activities.
The phonics activities. Okay, I have another activity. I let it back till May. Is May still with us or not? May,
Yes,
are you here?
I'm
Okay.
with you.
Okay, so here it's your participation time. I'll ask May to share us something. Okay, we'll have another short session, inshallah.
It's about 5 minutes or 10
5
minutes.
minutes, okay, that's great. May, inshallah. And this is the part I told you at the previous session, the part which I like most, to share something you like with us. And I need all of you, of course, in a beautiful and amazing way, as usual, to give feedback on this presentation or this topic, and how can we improve it or make it more and more and more active and applicable in a very good way. Okay, so Noha, can you please let May share her screen?
She can.
Okay, May Mustafa? May
Can
Mustafa, right?
Yes.
Okay, May, you can share your screen, my dear friend. So here, my dear colleagues, yes, May will share her screen. We'll see something. And of course, after watching, we need your feedback and reflection and sharing ideas and knowledge together about her presentation or her topic. Okay? So try to write notes. Yes, we can see your screen, May. It's very clear. And I like diving, May.
Do you dive?
No, I hope so. I'm afraid of swimming.
يا ماما شوية وجاية. خلاص والله هخلص على طول. معلش يا جماعة.
No problem. You can bring here. By the way,
we know what you mean.
Rawan, Hala's daughter, I think, attended with us the previous time.
Nuran.
Yes. Okay.
I'd like to talk about politeness. It's a branch of linguistics as well as pragmatics. Of course, we as teachers use many expressions with our students through the lessons, through the curriculum, and through the instructions in our classes to make them polite and to give them the ability to express themselves in a polite way and in a good way. Politeness, of course, depends on indirectness. We should be indirect in our speech, not to be very direct, because direction is sometimes make us rude or impolite. So I'll ask my friends, is it a branch مش عارفة إيش دي، ثواني.
Yeah, I think it's a branch of linguistics. Yes, we can see your screen, Mai. Don't worry.
Yes, yes. So these are the questions that I have written. Are you aware of its importance in teaching English? And what are
Sure.
the different expressions? Yes. And what are the different expressions and words that you use in your classes to help your students to be polite? And what do you know about politeness? Please, if one wants to share his ideas.
So, my dear friends, are you aware of the importance of teaching politeness in teaching English? Is it important?
Of course.
Why is it important to teach politeness? Or can we say teach it, or try to let our students aware of it?
To practice.
Yeah,
Yes.
excellent. So it's important to practice. Yes, okay. Yes, Mai, the second question, you can
I
ask
think,
them, my
can
dear.
I say something here?
Yes, of course. Yes, Noha, go ahead.
When we're teaching a foreign language like we do, I think we do teach politeness because they are not usually, they don't have the English context to be aware of which is polite and which is not.
Yes, I agree with you, Noha, but do we teach them the concepts or the definitions of words, or we try to practice them together?
I do show them because, for example, sometimes the way they speak to each other and they speak to me in the same way. There are some certain expressions that are not suitable to talk to older people with, like we talk to our friends. So this is something I have to teach. They just know the meaning. The meaning is the same, but they are not aware that that sounds if they are talking to a foreign people. Yeah.
That we use in talking.
Yeah.
So
So
so you mean
there will be some teaching when we're talking about foreign language. It's not like their mother tongue. They get this. They get it by dealing with others. But foreign
so
language.
you mean teaching them both the concept and the practice of how to be polite? You mean teaching them both of them?
No, not the concept. They got the concept.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Okay.
but the expressions, the way of
Do you
talking.
tell them, Ms. Noha? Do you
Okay.
tell them that we have to use these expressions to be polite?
Yeah,
and to
I
be
tell
more
them.
indirect and to get
I
like
say
this,
I say
I have-
directly. Yeah.
Can I?
Okay, what are the expressions that we can use in our class as
Okay, May, wait. I think Hannah wants to add something or to say
Okay.
something. Hannah? Yes, Hannah, do you want to say something? Hannah?
I am Hannah.
Hannah? Okay, I have Hannah in the chat box. I want to. Okay.
Yes.
You mean the
I-
expressions, Hannah, or you want to say something? I got confused. Okay.
These are the expressions that
Yes.
we use.
Yes, okay. Okay.
I agree. Yes, I agree with Ms. Noha, but we have a wedding here and I can't let you
Fantastic. I love weddings and noise. By the way, we can hear some. I like the
Yes,
funny
I
atmosphere,
agree with
by the way.
Noha.
The happy
I
atmosphere.
agree with Noha, yes.
Okay.
I heard yesterday that children couldn't say I want to, but they would say I'd like to.
Great.
It's new
Yes,
for me
they have
yesterday.
to use some